Good morning. It is Motivational Monday with Maureen. I'm back with you. I've got kind of like continuation from last week. God is so good, and I want to just shout about his goodness and the things that he's done in my life, and knowing that if he's done it for me, he can do it for you. And so I want to encourage you. I want to do like what the scriptures say, to tell of his great deeds. When you know how God meets you in places that you didn't know he could do that, you want others to know. You want to tell them. And so it's such a great habit to get into, because it gives you eyes to see how he works in your life. Because you know what? He's working in all our lives, but sometimes we just don't notice and we don't see it. But when it's like changing prescription glasses, once you do that, when you see it and then you start telling of his great deeds, you see more and more of it. Well, God is so good. I was just, of course, again, reflecting back on what he's been helping me through with my mom and all the little details that have to be taken care of now. And I thought about the word from last week when I said, Psalms 46:1, where, God is our ever-present help in time of trouble. He is our refuge and our strength. And that word refuge, it's not a word that I use all the time, And so I kind of thought about it a lot over the week. And, there's a lot of scriptures about that. And I looked up the word, and the meaning of the word, of course, is shelter in the natural. But it also, the Bible also uses it to mean hope and trust. And I thought, well, of course, I wouldn't run into a shelter or a refuge if I didn't feel like I had hope that I'd be safe in there. And you know what? That's who Jesus is for us. That's who our God is he is our hope. He is our strength. He is the place where we need to run to for everything in our lives. And, as I was laying in bed the other night, I was thinking about some things that I needed to do, but I didn't know how. And the verse came to me from 2 Chronicles 20. It says, we don't know what to do, but our eyes are on you. And so I said, okay, well, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to keep my eyes on you. And as I continued to do that and bring in my mind, on his wonderful deeds that he's done, not worrying about those things, he brings me what I need. He brings me people I can ask questions for, and he brings me peace that's tangible in my heart, and he's my strong tower, and he can be yours. How do you do that? Well, you just make the decision to trust him. That was even my word for the year, trust. You make the decision to trust him, and then you read about, all the ways he's trustworthy. You pray. You ask him to help you see how he answers that prayer, because you know what? He's a good God, and he loves you. He's a good Father, and he wants to take care of you. But he needs you to have a relationship with him. So anyways, lots of scriptures. I'll put them all in the comments below so you can look them up. But trust in the Lord. He is a strong tower. It says the righteous run into it and they are safe. I'm not righteous on my own, but I am because Jesus says so. He says so because of what he's done and because I believe it. So that's your word today. Believe and trust in the Lord. Okay, you guys, I love you. I'll see you next week.